everyone, welcome to Rep Sports. I'm Shorjani Chatterjee.
And I'm Mohor Chaudhary. And as promised, we are back again, right from in front of the Eden Garden Stadium, after witnessing an epic encounter between New Zealand and South Africans. And it's needless to say that the New Zealand have completely dominated the game. They have booked and sealed a spot in the finals. And they've literally dominated right from the start till the end. What were your thoughts on today's game, Shorjani?
Before going into the game, I would like to mention that we were talking about the crowd and the turnover was great. I mean, a lot of people did come in, considering the fact that today was Holi. The stadiums were packed, only a few seats were available. But talking about the game, I think it was an interesting contest because no one predicted South Africa to play this kind of cricket today. I mean, throughout the season, throughout the tournament, they have been playing excellent cricket. They have shown resilience, they have been tactful, they have been patient, and they have shown calmness under high pressure situations. So today it was really disappointing to see the whole team crumble under pressure. When I talk about their batting, it was not up to the mark because the top order failed. My apologies.
It's okay.
My apologies. Marco Jansen did definitely put up a show. He tried his best to help South Africa reach a respectable total. But I feel that was not enough because the other batters...
He did not get support from the other batters.
Exactly. The other batters were not being able to convert the scores. David Miller, Tristan Stubbs, Aiden Markram, Quinton de Kock, Ryan Rickelton, all of them were unable to score runs today, which did make us realize that maybe it was a little difficult to score runs initially.
Yeah,
but later on, when
it got easier to bat on as time
went. But later on, when Jansen came in to bat, it looked like a completely different pitch. I mean, when the other batters were batting, the pitch looked a little tricky. But when Jansen came in, at first he was a little unsettled, but then gradually he took control and he was hitting all around the park, and it was really interesting to see because South Africa were putting up a fight. But
here I would like to add something since you mentioned the pitch. I think the toss completely went in New Zealand's favour today. As we've seen here in Eden Gardens, whichever team chases, whichever team bowls first is the one who usually ends up on the winning side. And today, I mean, same thing happened. South Africans have had an unbeaten season so far. So I think it was very sad and disappointing as a viewer to watch their performance today, and it's safe to say that they completely crumbled under pressure. New Zealand, on the other hand, it was never wise enough to ride them off because they've always been one of the favourites in knockout games, and as we saw, they've once again powered their way through to the finals.
Definitely, and I think the captain Mitchell Santner, he played a crucial innings today with the ball. I mean, he was very economical, and I think the other bowlers did a good job as well. McConchie, he was great with the ball. I mean, he came in and in his first over he took 2 wickets, but then I was really surprised to see that he was not given the ball after that. But nevertheless, New Zealand played good cricket today. They were economical even with the batting. Oh my God, Modi, what would you like to say about it?
Explosive batting. I mean, no other word to describe it. Absolutely explosive. They unleashed carnage at the top. And since it happened in Kolkata in Eden Gardens, a little fun fact, both of these batters will be playing for KKR in the next, right from the next month. So I think we just got a glimpse of what is about to unfold from next month. But it was lovely to see, especially the last over when Finn Allen was approaching his century. There were people around us screaming, clapping, giving him that confidence boost that is needed. And when he kept scoring those sixes and the four, I think the fourth boundary was in the last ball.
So if I just talk about the equation a little, he was on 84 and New Zealand needed 12 runs, 13 runs to win. And then, we were discussing whether a century will be possible or not.
I thought it was near impossible to score multiple consecutive
And there was someone sitting right beside us, and he came up to us and told us that, I think he'll score a century. And then he was explaining the whole equation. He was saying that, he needs 2 sixes and a boundary. Yeah. And we looked at him and we said, I don't think that's possible. And in the next moment...
But not impossible.
Yeah, but in the next moment, Finn Allen proved all of us wrong, and we were glad that we were proved wrong. Yeah. And another thing about this is the fact that, when the match was beginning or before it began, the favours were towards South Africa. People were banking on South Africa and everybody was confident. We as journalists, we were also very confident that, South Africa will be reaching the finals. But then the way New Zealand played, I mean, it was amazing, and no one expected New Zealand to play like this after the turbulent start that they have had in this tournament.
Very rocky. They have had a very topsy-turvy ride this time. But did we expect them to play this way? No. But did we expect them to, not give a fight at all? Also,
yes, because South Africa, if we talk a little about their fielding, Modi, I think towards the end,
it's sad.
No, towards the end they had given up. There was this one particular catch that Quinton de Kock missed and he ran all the way. It was not his catch. He had the gloves, he had called for it, but it was actually Dewald Brevis who was supposed to take the catch. And I feel that the fielding was poor today. It was not up to the mark. They could have been
Even
better.
New Zealand missed a few catches, but their ground fielding was excellent, so they made up there. But South Africa overall, just did you feel a lack of energy in their game?
Definitely. And before we went into the game, Mohdi, I remember we were discussing that it would be wise to play another spinner. And I think South Africa made no changes to their team.
Maybe they should have brought in Keshav Maharaj before.
Yeah, Keshav Maharaj was brought in when the match was already out of their hands.
Exactly.
And I personally feel that maybe if there was an additional spinner, because Keshav Maharaj did help to keep the economy under check. I mean, he was bowling.
He was bowling tight.
So I think another spinner would have been helpful for South Africa. But nevertheless, it is New Zealand who reached the finals, and it will be really interesting to see how India approach their campaign and how they win tomorrow's match and reach the finals. Hopefully it will be New Zealand and India playing against each other on the 8th of March.
That's what I was about to ask. Before we wrap up this video, your thoughts, Shrodani, your prediction, is it going to be the Champions Trophy final, both the teams that played in the Champions Trophy final all over again?
I don't know about that, but definitely I feel India will be there. I am really excited, and it is really, surprising to see.
Tomorrow's match is very crucial.
Tomorrow's match is crucial, but it'll be really surprising to see what happens in the next match. But keep on following Rev Sport. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back as soon as we can. Thank you.
Thank you so much.